Good afternoon, everyone. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I will be singing lots of Irish songs, traditional Irish songs, mostly old, but some new. Some familiar, maybe some not so familiar. I've just learned quite a few that seemed interesting. There's so many more I could learn, but I'm going to start with a familiar one, When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. And I knew the chorus before. For a long time I've known the chorus, but I didn't even realize, which was kind of silly, but I didn't even realize there were verses. So I found the verses, so we'll do the whole song. Maybe it'll be new to you too. So we will start with When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure, it's like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away. There's a tear in your eye, and I'm wondering why, for it never should be there at all. With such power in your smile, sure a stone you'd beguile, so there's never a teardrop should fall. When your sweet lilting laughter like some fairy song, and your eyes twinkle bright as can be, you should laugh all the while, all the other times while, and now smile a smile for me. Here we go. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away. There's a second verse. For your smile is a part of the love in your heart, and it makes even sunshine more bright. Like the linnet's sweet song crooning all the day long, comes your laughter so tender and light. For the springtime of life is the sweetest of all, there is never a care or regret. And while springtime is ours throughout all of you's hours, let us smile each chance we get. Ready? When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. In the lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, all the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they steal your heart away. I'm sad to say that I don't even own a green article of clothing. I have a green scarf. Should have worn that today. I'm not Irish, but I appreciate St. Patrick's Day. So who is St. Patrick? He lived during the 5th century and is the patron saint of Ireland and its national apostle. Born in Roman Britain, he was kidnapped and brought to Ireland as a slave at the age of 16. He later escaped, but returned to Ireland and was credited with bringing Christianity to its people. In the centuries following Patrick's death, believed to have been on March 17th, 461, the mythology surrounding his life became ever more ingrained in Irish culture. Perhaps the most well-known legend of St. Patrick is that he explained the Holy Trinity, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, using 3 leaves of a native Irish clover, the shamrock. All right. This one is called Wild Mountain Thyme. And I had thought when I learned it, I thought it was an old traditional song, but I think it's newer than I realized. I recognize this melody from a song out of the hymn book at church. So maybe it's been around a little bit longer, but... Oh, the summertime has come, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pulled wild mountain thyme all around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a tower beyond pure crystal fountain, and it's there I will bring all the flowers of the mountain. Will ye go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to cool wild mountain thyme all around the purple heather. Will ye go, lassie, go? I will range through the wilds and the deep land so dreary, and return with the spoils to the bower of my dearie. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love will not come, I will surely find another to pull wild mountain thyme all around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pull wild mountain thyme all along the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Maybe that one was familiar to you too. When was the first St. Patrick's Day celebrated? Since around the 9th or 10th century, people in Ireland have been observing the Roman Catholic feast day of St. Patrick on March 17th. The first St. Patrick's Day took place not in Ireland, but in America. Records show that a St. Patrick's Day parade was held on March 17th, 1601, in a Spanish colony in what is now St. Augustine, Florida. The parade, a St. Patrick's Day celebration a year earlier, were organized by the Spanish colony's Irish vicar, Ricardo Artur. More than a century later, homesick Irish soldiers serving in the English military marched in New York City on March 17th, 1772, to honor the Irish patron saint. Enthusiasm for the day parades in New York City, Boston, and other early American cities only grew from there. All right, let's see. Here's an Irish lullaby. I'm going to raise it up. I'm not going to be able to sing that low today. Too-ra-loo, ra-loo, ral. Over in Killarney, many years ago, me mother sang a song for me in tones so sweet and low. Just a simple little ditty in her good old Irish way, and I'd give the world if she could sing that song to me today. Too-ra-loo, ra-loo, ra, too-ra-loo, ra-lee, too-ra-loo, ra-loo, ra. Hush now, don't you cry. Too-ra-loo, ra-loo, ra, too-ra-loo, ra-lee, too-ra-loo, ra-loo, ra. That's an Irish lullaby. Often dreams I wander to that cot again. I feel her arms a-hugging me as when she held me then, and I hear her voice a-humming to me as in days of yore, when she used to rock me fast asleep outside the cabin door. Too-ra-loo, ra-loo, ra, too-ra-loo, ra-lee, too-ra-loo, ra-loo, ra. Hush now, don't you cry. Too-ra-loo, ra-loo, ra, too-ra-loo, ra-lee, too-ra-loo, ra-loo, ra. That's an Irish lullaby. I've noticed that a lot of these Irish songs are in a meter of 3. So there's 3 beats in each measure, and they're all very kind of flowing and easy to listen to, like lullabies. The next song I sing is ironically in 4, and I struggle with it because it's in 4.
Was that your great-grandmother keeping the family together? Was that your grand...
Excuse me. That was a pop-up ad that shouldn't be playing. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. The Irish in America. Up until the 19th century, most Irish immigrants in America were members of the Protestant middle class. When the Great Potato Famine hit Ireland in 1845, close to 1 million poor and uneducated Irish Catholics began pouring into America to escape starvation. Despised for their alien religious beliefs and their unfamiliar accents by the American Protestant majority, the immigrants had trouble finding even menial jobs. When Irish Americans in the country cities took to the streets on St. Patrick's Day to celebrate their heritage, newspapers portrayed them in cartoons as drunk, violent monkeys. The American Irish soon began to realize, however, that their large and growing numbers endowed them with a political power that had yet to be exploited. They started to organize, and their voting bloc, known as the Green Machine, became an important swing vote for political hopefuls. Suddenly, annual St. Patrick's Day parades became a show of strength for Irish Americans, as well as a must-attend event for a slew of political candidates. In 1948, Harry S. Truman attended the New York City's St. Patrick's Day parade, a proud moment for the many Irish Americans whose ancestors had to fight stereotypes and racial prejudice to find acceptance in the new world. Interesting. All right, this is the Raglan Road. Excuse me. All right, this is the one that's in a meter of 4, and I struggle with, so bear with me. On Raglan Road of an autumn day, I saw her first and knew that her dark hair would weave a snare that I might one day rue. I saw the danger and I passed along the enchanted way, and I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November we tripped lightly along the ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen the worth of passion play. The Queen of Hearts still making tarts, and I'm not making hay. Oh, I love too much, and by such and such is happiness thrown away. I gave her gifts of the mind, I gave her secret signs that's known to the artist who have known the true gods of sound and stone, and her words and tint without stint. I gave her poems to say, with her own name there and her own dark hair, like clouds over fields of May. On a quiet street where oft gold meet, I see her walking now, away from me so hurriedly. My reason must allow that I had loved not as I should, a creature made of clay, where the angel woos the clay, he'll lose his wings at the dawn of day. That one is, when I was doing research, it's covered by a lot of kind of folk singers from the 70s and 60s. So, all right, this one is maybe more familiar to you. Peg of My Heart. Peg of my heart, I love you, we'll never part. I love you, dear little girl, sweet little girl, sweeter than the rose of Erin are you when it smiles and dear. And Peg of my heart, your glances with Irish art entrances, come be my home, come make your home in my heart. Oh, my heart's in a whirl over one little girl. I love you, I love her, yes I do. Although her heart is far away, I hope to make her mine someday. Every beautiful girl every violet knows I love her falling true. And her heart fondly sighs as I sing to her eyes are blue. Sweet eyes of blue, my darling, peg of my heart. I love you, we'll never part. I love you, dear little girl, sweet little girl, sweeter than the rose of Erin are your winning smiles, and dear and peg of my heart. Your glances with Irish art entrances, come be my own, come make your home in my heart. When your heart's full of fears, when your eyes full of tears, I'll kiss them all away. But like the gold that's in your head is all the love for you I bear. Oh, believe me, it's true, I'm as lonesome as you. I miss you all the day. Let the light of love shine from your eyes into mine, and shine for I, sweetheart of mine, my darling, peg of my heart. I love you, we'll never part. I love you, dear little girl, sweet little girl, sweeter than the rose of Erin are your grinning smiles, and dear and peg of my heart. Your glances with Irish art enchant us, come be my own, come make your home in my heart. We'll do it one more time. Peg of my heart, I love you, we'll never part. I love you, dear little girl, sweet little girl, sweeter than the rose of Erin are your winning smiles, and dear and peg of my heart. Your glances with Irish art entrance us, come be my own, come make your home in my heart. All right, this is my Wild Irish Rose. And this one I also knew the chorus for, but I learned the verses. So there's 2 verses. Did you know that? I did not know that. Wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. You may search everywhere, but none can compare with my wild Irish rose. My wild Irish rose, the dearest flower that grows. For my sake, she may let me take the bloom from my wild Irish rose. If you listen, I'll sing you a sweet little song of a flower that's now dropped in death. Yeah, dearer to me, yes, than all of its mates, though each holds aloft its proud head. 'Twas given to me by a girl that I know. Since we met, faith, I've had no repose. She is nearer by far than the world's brightest star, and I call her my wild Irish rose. Ready? My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. You may search everywhere, none can compare with my wild Irish rose. the bloom from my wild Irish rose. They may sing of their roses that by other names would smell just as sweetly, they say. But I know that my rose would never consent to have the sweet name taken away. Her glances are shy whenever I pass the bower where my true love grows. And my one wish has been that someday I might win the heart of my wild Irish rose. Ready? My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. You may search everywhere, none can compare with my wild Irish rose. My wild Irish rose, the dearest flower that grows. And someday for my sake, she may let me take the bloom from my wild Irish rose. This next one is Cockles and Mussels, is what it's also known as, but his actual name is Molly Malone. And honestly, I'm just going to say this really quick. I actually knew more than I thought I did because of method books when I was learning piano as a child. They use a lot of Irish traditional songs to teach piano. Who knew? Though they don't have the words there, they just have the melody, so I didn't know. But there's a lot of benefits to piano lessons, more than you think. Dublin's fair city, where girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on Miss Molly Malone, as she wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Was a fishmonger, but short was no wonder, for so were her father and mother before. And they each wheeled their barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. This is where it gets a little sad. She died of a fever, and no one could save her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. Now her ghost wheels her barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. I've noticed the Irish really like to sing about ghosts. All right, we'll do just a few more. This is the Black Velvet Band. In a neat little town called Belfast, apprentice of trade I was bound, and many an hour's happiness I've had thought her the queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. As I went walking down Broadway, not intending to stay very long, I met with a frolicsome damson as she came tripping along. A gold watch she pulled from her pocket, and she slipped it right into my hand. And the very first day that I met her, bad luck with the black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with the black velvet band. Before judge and jury next morning, both of us had to appear. A gentleman claimed his jewelry, and the case was proven clear. 7 long years transportation, right down to Van Diemen's Land, far away from my friends and relations, betrayed by a black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. Yes, her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. And last but not least, Danny Boy. Oh, Danny Boy, the pipes are calling, from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses calling. 'Tis you must go, 'tis you must go, I must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be there in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny Boy, I love you so. But if you come and all the flowers are dying, and I am dead, and dead I may well be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. But shall I hear the soft you tread above me, and all my dreams will warm and sweeter be, if you will and tell me that you love me. I'll sleep in peace until you come to me. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Have a great time.